Welcome back to the Scatterpot podcast. Apparently, we're doing kind of well on Spotify, so this is episode 39. Insert music.
Can you believe
Yes, I can.
39
Yes.
episodes?
Yes.
Dude,
Some of those we recorded 2 in 1 week. You'll never know.
yes, they will.
They can know, maybe. I don't know.
Dude, it's kind of simple.
If they follow the path.
No, up until episode 13, if it's every even and odd episode recorded on the same day. Like 1 and 2 were recorded on the same day. 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10, 11 and 12,
15, 17, 19.
Well, no, 11 and 12. Then we went to 13, which was a special episode we recorded on Discord.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when Josh Lee left us and we started doing That's when we started doing our own thing.
We had a few guest stars. We had Daniel for a little bit.
We had Daniel pretty consistently over the summer.
And then he left, and then...
Well, then he went back to school. We can't really say he left.
He left.
He left us. Speaking of which, you're not going to be at the party tonight, bro. The rager at Daniel's.
Yeah, I know.
Because you're dog sitting or house sitting. Toss me that remote to your...
I'm dog sitting and house sitting for
Yeah.
2 different people.
So, like, how...
Oh my god.
I just like that. I've grown to, like, think my room looks darker without the lights on.
Yeah, it is darker without them.
Yeah, and just, like, they can't tell on the camera, but, like, it just makes me feel happier. Yesterday, as of recording this, was Thanksgiving.
The gobble day. Yeah.
Gobble gobble. Well, how was your What did you and your family do on Thanksgiving?
Well, we were the first. Me and my dad were the first to arrive.
Mm-hmm.
So we just went down to my uncle's backyard and we shot a little bit, and then my cousins came and we shot. They shot, and then we went up around 1. And we had dinner or lunch, early dinner.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, Thanksgiving, I'm not sure if your family did the same thing, but my family definitely, since Black Friday deals have been getting earlier and earlier, our Thanksgiving dinner has been pushed up earlier and earlier. Because, like...
We normally eat at lunch.
Usually, my family, we used to eat around 6. Okay? That was the time we used to eat. But that was, like, back when I was little. And, like, when Black Friday still was Friday.
Yeah, Friday, yeah.
Yeah, and then after Black Friday creeped over at 8 o'clock over here, on Thursday, we moved eat time up to, like, 5. And this year, eat time was at 3:30. It's been just, and eventually it's gonna be Thursday. It's gonna be a Thanksgiving breakfast, and it's gonna be like
breakfast. Hey y'all, go to Waffle House. Yeah,
dude, that's a baller Thanksgiving. If you go to Waho,
Thanksgiving, some people do. Some people eat out.
Dude, I know people.
Restaurants.
There are apparently Noah Davis told me this. Apparently, people eat at Cracker Barrel for Thanksgiving. Like that's their.
I guess.
Because he said he had to work Thanksgiving one year, or work near Thanksgiving, and he said there was just a huge family that's just like, Happy Thanksgiving, dude.
I thought you were about to fall. I was like, oh my. We lost him.
Any day now. Also, Huber, you might have noticed if you look closely. I have acquired 2
Accumulated.
new Funko Pops.
Yes, I have noticed.
3 new Funko Pops.
I've noticed 1, I think.
I have accumulated 3 new Funko Pops since you've last been here. Can you spot all 3?
No.
1's up on the big shelf. 2 are on that side wall.
I don't know is that Mabel new or no?
No.
Okay, then I thought that was new. That's the only one I noticed.
Oh. Alright, so if you look closely, I have the new Tracer of the Overwatch 2 design. And I have the new Genji with the hood from the Overwatch 2 design.
Oh. Emo Genji.
And then I have Mei Hatsume from My Hero Academia.
There you go.
Right over there next to Pikachu.
You are having the time of your life over there.
Dude, the chair's gotten worse.
Okay, yeah, I can kind of tell. You're kind of like, whoa.
Like, legit, I have to, like, spread my legs like this and bury my heels in the ground just to, like, stay remotely stable. But once I get knocked off axis, it's like... Oh, gosh, no. Oh, I have a funny story about my Thanksgiving.
Go ahead.
Go on. So my mom took a car and my dad took a car. My dad, we were planning on getting there at 3:00. No, we were planning on getting there at 2:30 to give us an hour before we eat to like socialize. Like, hey everyone, hey, say hello to the family. My dad leaves. 5 minutes later, my mom leaves, and I'm in my mom's car. And I'm just sitting there playing some Pokemon.
Leaves to there or leaves from there?
Leaves to the place. So we leave from this house. We left. It's like, all right, and go.
Yeah.
And so it takes about 40. My aunt lives in Roswell. That's where we go. So it's like about 40-50 minute drive. We're about an hour into the drive, and I'm like,
an hour.
Traffic's like really bad, I guess. Head down. It was saying we were going to be there at 2:30, and I'm like, this is like kind of ridiculous. And we roll up, and we're like, it says you are 1 mile away from your destination, and it's like telling us all this around. I'm like, I don't recognize any of this. My mother, in her tech savvy ways, I put the wrong address.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, 90% of the address, well, like 85% of the address was correct. Okay? Like, imagine if, I don't want to give out the street name, but imagine if the street name was like Tree Branch. Okay? Or something like that. She had Tree Bruh. And instead of going to Branch, it went to like, what's a word that starts with BR that would also
brunch.
Wood Brunch. No, that's too close. Wood Brave. Like, let's just go Wood Brave.
Okay.
Now, hypothetically, Tree Branch is in Roswell. Hypothetically. Tree Brave is in Noonan. So we missed it.
You saw it and you missed it.
We missed it by I would say by a mile, but a mile would have been generous. We missed it by 50 miles.
Golly, she should have maybe noticed. Like,
that's what we were all saying. We're like, what? It's like, wait, we're here. It's like, this isn't our aunt's house, and she's like, oh my gosh. She's like, we're in Noonan. And I'm like, what? And I just texted my dad saying, funny story, ...
Funny story,
we're in Noonan. And he just went, not surprised. Because last year, my mom basically drove to Georgia Tech. She took a wrong turn and was heading towards Georgia
Tech.
And like, but thankfully she realized it before she made it there. She's like, oh, I'm going the wrong way. And she turned, and they were joking about that, like, haha. And apparently before I sent the text of, haha, funny story, we're in Noonan, my dad says he was talking to my family. He's like, what's taking Kelly so long? And it's like, probably went to Georgia Tech again. And then apparently right after he said that, he got the text from me saying,
funny story.
Funny story. We're in Noonan. And it was an additional hour to the drive to head back to Roswell. It's about 50 miles, and it was just, oh boy.
You would think.
You'd think. But my mom just trusted that she put the right address into the GPS, which she did up until the very end. Like, actually, the last 3 letters in the address were wrong. The last 3 letters.
That's rough, though. That's pretty rough.
3 letters end up in Noonan. And I said, Mom, I can't wait for next year when you're in Alabama. When you somehow end up in Alabama.
Montgomery,
Alabama. I ran into Kendon Reeves today.
I run into him so often.
Dude,
I don't know how or why.
Well, gosh, but no, Thanksgiving was fine. It was typical. Thanksgiving over now, you know what that means?
Yes, you can do that. I approve.
It's Christmas time!
Yes, Christmas music is fine now.
Dude.
The day of Thanksgiving is when Christmas music can happen.
Dude, I don't think Christmas music's fine even now.
Oh, I think it's great.
Well,
I've been listening to it.
Well, so, like, the thing is that I've been listening to it in my free time. But like so today was Black Friday, and me and my dad went out around 6 a.m.
No late night deals, Kanan?
No.
Come on.
If you guys were available, I would have, but
You're losing your touch, Kanan.
you and Daniel were house sitting.
Yeah.
I look stupid.
Look like Santa.
Yeah, I look like Santa.
You look like Santa. Yeah.
Just no, but on like, so my family, me and my dad always do Black Friday in the morning, and it's just it kills me, cause like it's just tiring, and you're just like,
first world problems.
I know, right? And you look at all these things, and you're like, that would be cool to have.
Yeah.
And you're just like, that'd be cool. And then
that's how I get people.
And what was it? What was it? Oh yeah, but like, so we listened to 104.7, but at this point, it's just playing Christmas songs, and it didn't take me long to hate Christmas music by the end of this morning, because it's like 6 a.m. I'm tired.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
No, it was at first. It was the Charlie Brown.
Oh yeah.
No, just the Charlie Brown piano music, and I was just like. And then it, like, I can't remember. I think it was after our third or fourth stop. It just started playing, Do You Want to Build a Snowman from Frozen? And
Is that Christmas music?
That to the fish, that's Christmas music. And then they just started playing Christmas, and I was just sitting there like, and then every story went into, it's just Christmas music.
How do you think they feel? They work there for 8 hours a day every day. But
here's the thing. As someone who worked in a warehouse that had music playing all the time, that I wasn't a huge fan of the music, I learned to tune it out. If you listen to it enough, you can.
So what's it called? White noise?
Yeah, like you can set your body to like just blur it out, like what I do with this podcast and you.
Yes.
What?
How'd that work, anyways?
I just don't hear you. I'm just talking to myself this whole.
But you respond to me.
No.
It's like he responds at the exact time I ask a question.
It's like that funny thing on iFunny of
funny thing on iFunny.
Yeah, you know that funny meme. It's not a meme. It's just a funny video of like a guy like, "Is there a spirit here?" And it's on a Ouija board that has yes and no, and the little diamond thing or whatever just by itself moves over to no, and he goes, I'm inclined to believe this is wrong. It's just
He's like, wait a minute.
It's like, are there any demons here?
No.
It's just like, well, I'm not inclined to believe that because it moved.
As it would seem or appear.
It's just, oh my god. Do you remember in our escape room where we had to do a Ouija board thing? But like you and Sam.
Oh, I didn't. I was not messing with it. It was just not moving.
Dude, like, well, no, like the thing is that like one of you was not moving it at all.
Someone was, yeah. I don't know who. What I was like, come on.
I think it was Sam, because like we're all trying to move it, and what do we have to spell? Like
I don't remember exactly.
It was like some word with an R, like respect or like repent, something like that. And like we're running out of time.
We're like, come on.
And like I think it may have been Sam and Daniel then who were just like, just slowly. We don't have time.
We don't have time for this.
R-A-P.
R-A-P-E.
That was so Ray. Just remember, Daniel and I didn't know how to pronounce the word witch.
Yeah, you guys are. I looked at it and I'm like,
well, no, you didn't know it either.
The word on the floor.
Yeah. It took me. We were trying to spell it, and we're like, "What's this word? What? W-H?"
That was the funniest thing.
What? And meanwhile, you and Sam are trying to solve other puzzles in the room, and we're like, Wahitka? What? But there's no vowel between the.
That's like someone trying to learn English.
We're like, Wihimnitika. And then there was a moment where it clicked for both of us, and we're like,
witch.
It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Just like,
someone hit you on the back of the head and it came to you.
Dude, it was just like, and then dude, that was a fun escape room.
That's pretty good.
Do you know, in, I forget where, somewhere in Atlanta area, they have one of those Void VR setups. which are like the huge, like fully immersive, like suits ones. And the only reason I know about it is I recently got an ad for a new Avengers one they just released.
Interesting.
Yeah, they got James Spader, who voiced Ultron, to come back to reprise Ultron in it. And I'm like, how much money did you guys throw?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, cause I'm like, oh, you're fighting Ultron, and then I hear the voice. I'm like, wait, that's Ultron.
That's literally Ultron.
And it's like, don't you guys know? And I'm like, dang it, I wanted Ultron to come back in the MCU.
No.
Because the Age of Ultron was like a
60-minute
breezy afternoon of Ultron.
Yeah.
It's like,
maybe a few days.
dude, well, not even a few days. Like, it's like a day and a half.
Yeah, it wasn't very long.
Well, because, like, think about it. They create Ultron at night. Well, they create Ultron like midday-ish originally. He takes control at night. And then it's just the next day.
And the next day they're in Cuba or whatever.
They're in Sokovia.
Oh, excuse me.
And I'm like, I like that movie. I enjoy it. But
That's
like,
a good movie. Yeah.
But I'm just sitting there. I'm like, dang. I was really hoping, like, one of the end credit scenes. I'm saying I still want this end credit scene. It's an end credit scene. It's like SHIELD officers or something like that, and a fax machine or a printer, and it just prints out "There are no strings on me," and that's it. That's all I want it to be. That's what I like.
I mean, pretty funny.
Because like there's no way he's dead.
I don't know.
And is this VR experience canon to the universe? Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because most of the time when people make video games like the Fallen Order, Jedi Fallen Order, that's canon to the universe.
Yeah, but then you also have things like the MCU in particular, and also Star Wars to an extent. Like Force Unleashed is not canon.
Unfortunately, because Disney.
And then like I mean, the Lego Star Wars games are canon.
Yes.
They're just not canon. They are canon. Just not. They're my canon of the universe.
Yes. That's how I see every character. Lego characters. Yeah, you got the Tatooine.
You got dude.
Death Star. And,
let's just make this a Lego Star Wars podcast.
yeah, a YouTube channel building Lego sets.
Dude, those channels do well, and I'd love to do that because
I mean, it's just you. I mean, you could speed it up as fast as you want, or slow as you want.
Yeah. No. Dude, oh, gosh. I am excited. Excited. We're almost done with the semester.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be AIDS. Once Wednesday's over, it'd be okay. But
when's your last exam?
Next Tuesday. No, not this Thursday. Not this upcoming Tuesday. The Tuesday.
Oh,
after.
next Tuesday.
Yeah.
My last one is this upcoming Thursday.
Bro, I wish it was just this week.
See, that's it. Mine's only.
Because they're so stupid. What? Okay, so we have 2 days, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. I was telling my dad. I'm like, my dad's like, I like Thanksgiving where it's at right now, and he's like, what do you mean? It's like how this year Thanksgiving is like the last week of November, and I'm like, I don't like that, and he's like, what do you mean you don't like that? I'm like, because look, no matter what, school's over December 3rd for college. And he's like, yeah, and I'm like, so I come back on Monday, and I just come back on Tuesday, and then I'm gone until exams.
Yeah, it's if we just didn't have classes Monday and Tuesday, we would be done this week.
I know. Doesn't that feel great though? Actually, I'm kind of glad that's not the case because I have a project that's due on Tuesday.
I have a 5 to 7 page paper due Tuesday, and I haven't started.
Dude, I have a huge multi-class program I have to write by Tuesday, and
that sucks.
I haven't started it. I've downloaded the file, so it looks like I've like
boom.
You know that classic thing of like. I used to do this all the time in high school. When we would get a paper, I'd open up a Word document the day we were assigned it. So that means like in the metadata and stuff like that, if they ever looked at it, it says document created whatever day they assigned, and oh, they worked on this for a while. Meanwhile, it's a blank document on my computer
until the day of.
Yeah, like the last day. Dude, do you remember when we had to print out our papers and everyone just used the school printer? Everyone used my mom and Cal's mom to print
It's so
things.
stupid. Like, don't why make us print our papers?
I know, like who prints? Because guess what? I'm gonna be honest. It's easier to review a paper.
Sure,
If
you can make
it's-
marks and stuff, but
Well, no, it's easier to review a paper on a computer
yeah,
because you immediately get all grammar lines and stuff like that. You can run it through the Turnitin. What's it called? Turnitin.
that's the only one I know.
No. Plagiarism. That's what I was thinking of, the word plagiarism. Plagiarism detector. You can run it through that. You can see how many words are in it without going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Since mine's a paper thing, I'm gonna do as much cheaty things as possible. Not cheaty, but like period increase.
Yeah, increasing the periods
I know.
font size by 1.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I know there's another thing I can do. Probably. Those are the two things. One thing I'm definitely gonna do.
I remember my history professor I had last semester. He said, "I want you to write a 3 to 5 page paper," and he was like, "And don't try to cheat me." And he's like, "I know all the tricks." And he showed us a paper, like a 6-page paper, and he Command A and then changed the font to 11 on everything, and it went to like a 2-page paper. And he's like,
What?
and he was showing that as like an example. He's like, "I've seen it all," just like as a threat.
Wait. How does a 6-page paper go to 2-page? You could only do that if you like triple spaced and then
No, like double spaced it.
he double spaced. Yeah.
Double spaced it, and then increased the period. It looked like he increased the period size by 2, which the period doesn't get any bigger. It just increases your spacing in your tabs, in your enters. So like he says like, this looks right, and then he just Command A and then formatted it all to the thing and just
boom.
And he's like,
F.
he said, "I know all the tricks. Don't try to fool me." And it's like,
Man, my teacher shouldn't know that.
yeah, that's the thing. Like, I had the one professor who was like, ring, ring, ring.
Yeah.
Dude,
Paper shouldn't be too bad. I could probably do it tonight. Like, Kaden has his dildo out. If you heard that thud, that was it going on the ground. If you want to see it, you have to go to YouTube.
whoa!
Yeah, man, you just censor that.
Whoa, I'm not censoring this. Dude, what did I just tell you before the podcast started? Whoa!
I think that's what I'm gonna get Noah for his birthday. A dildo.
I thought we already got Noah something for his birthday.
We did.
Well, I did.
I'm gonna try to get him something else. Probably something very lewd.
Yeah, I already got him something for his birthday. You were just the courier.
It was the messenger.
Have you heard on when that's arriving?
Arriving? I don't know.
Oh, that's right. They don't ship it till like mid-December, right?
Christmas Eve is when it's shipping.
It's shipping Christmas Eve?
Yes.
What?
What's wrong, buddy?
Well, I'm not sure if we'll make it.
Buy that in 6 days.
Maybe. It'll be tight.
It'll be Christmas in Japan when it's Christmas. When it's Christmas Eve here. So
It's Christmas. I love you say that, even though this company legit has almost nothing to, like, no business workings. It's an American.
I don't think so. It's an
American.
I don't understand.
No, it's a California-based company.
But it comes from the stuff comes from Japan. Because they had
Yes.
the Japanese postage and everything. So they get their products from Japan, which gets shipped. But they have, like, warehouses, per se, in, like, California.
All right, let's stop talking because
No!
Noah might be able to piece together what his gift is.
No! No, I'm going to get you a very, very lewd thing. I think maybe a poster might be too much.
Dude, do you know what's in my closet right now?
Listen, man, that was only like $10.
Do you know how much you actually do know how much my thing for Noah costs?
Yes.
Yeah. I love you, Noah, and I spent good money on
I'm going
you.
to get a Megumin body pillow for you, Noah.
Does he even watch Konosuba?
Yeah, you've seen it.
He's seen it?
Uh-huh.
He should have come with us to the movie.
He might have been working. because he got a new job at the bank.
Yeah, and well, he didn't have it at that point. I don't
Not at that
think.
point. He might have like been. I don't know.
Does he work nights at the bank?
No, banks are normally not open.
I was about to say, I'm like, banks
like-
aren't usually open.
I think they close at 6 normally.
I don't know.
Banks, see, being a banker is like the easiest job because you're not open on Sundays. You open later on Saturdays and close earlier on Saturdays. And like your job is like not stressful whatsoever unless you run out of money, which I don't know how you would.
9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yeah, see.
Well, that's at Wells Fargo. I'm not sure about the bank he's working at.
I forget the name of it.
I forget too. Dude, that's so. He's like, you're my boy. Dude,
Yes.
that's what you sound like, Noah Davis. Okay, just letting you know, that's what you sound like. I'm a boy. Yeah. Get crunked. Whew. Get crunked, dude. Oh my god, I'm out of it mentally. My brain is dead because I've been just thinking of like because so as I said, I woke up at 5 in the a.m.s.
In the AM.
Took I actually didn't have time to take a shower. I just
Got up and left.
I brushed my teeth, popped a icebreaker in just for double the measure. Grabbed a water. We started driving. Went to Walmart. Dude, and we hit up all these places. We went bang, and it's funny. Me personally, usually I help my dad buy things for everyone. And then I also have to buy things for the people I have. And for our Hanley Christmas, we have sort of like a Secret Santa, but it's like a Secret Santa, but the person who's running it doesn't know how a Secret Santa works. In the sense that everyone knows who everyone has. It's like they're like,
you should get me this.
That's the thing. Legit, so my cousin has me for Secret Santa. I don't know what we call it, but like it's basically Secret Santa. You get someone and you buy them a gift.
Right. Yeah. Right.
But it's not a secret. We get a spreadsheet in an email, and it's like, this is who everyone has. Instead of taking like the 5 minutes it would take, like, hey, Kanan, you have so and so, or but my cousin has me, and because everyone knows who everyone has, I've had my aunt ask me what I want so she can tell my cousin what to get me, and I'm like, just get me a gift card. I'm like, I don't care.
Cash, $100.
Well, and she's like, what do you mean a gift card? I'm like, just a gift card to Anywhere Nerdy. And she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, look, it's better than buying me athletic shorts and socks. For one Christmas, I got from another cousin of mine. It was really nice too. So like, I actually did wear the socks because I was still at Victory at the time. I got a sweatshirt and socks, and I'm like,
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was one of my Christmas. I think that was either my last Christmas. I think that was my Christmas last year. Last year I only got clothes.
Really?
I don't think I got.
See, so this is how I do it.
it.
Okay, so this is how it works. You give our parents a list. My mother usually handles the online shopping portion. My dad handles the in-store shopping. And this, I game Christmas. I know the meta game for Christmas, and I win every year.
Say, Mom, I want this.
Well, no,
Dad,
but no. This is what I mean by I win. So my dad has a spreadsheet. My mom does not have access to the spreadsheet. She just has to tell him about the spreadsheet. So with both of them buying gifts, it is inevitable that one person in our household, if not more, will have significantly more gifts than the others. Because my dad, this is the kind of dad my dad is. The spreadsheet not only keeps track of how much money everyone spends, and there's a max limit on how much he's allowed to spend on each kid, but it also keeps track of how many gifts they have. Right. So he can all right, I have X amount of money left, but he has, he almost has more gifts than everyone else. He's like, I'll just get a big thing. Shoves it in there. He's that kind of guy. But my mom's just like, click, 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 add to cart, and ship.
I wish, man. That's nice.
So what happens is someone always inevitably gets way more stuff than the rest of us. And it's always me because everyone else is like, I want a TV and I want like a Tim Tebow jersey.
I want a 2080 Ti.
And then I'm
That's
like,
$1,200.
I want a Funko Pop. And I just give them a list of Funko Pop.
I want a Funko Pop.
Everything on my list is super cheap except my big item. And the big item is something you buy in a store. So my dad goes and gets the big item. And then I have some medium-sized items that he can pick up at the store. And my mom gets the list, and it has all those big items, but it has a bunch of small items she can order on Amazon.
Right.
And I have hyperlinks to all the Amazon pages. Oh. And I go with my dad on Black Friday shopping, and I don't put this on my list, but while we're out shopping, I'll pick up clothes. I'll pick up, like, new underwear, socks, and stuff like that. And I'll pick up that, throw that in the cart. That doesn't end up on the spreadsheet because my dad's just going with the flow. And I win Christmas.
How to win Christmas with Kanan.
Top 10 tips on how to win Christmas.
Abuse your power as middleman.
Dude, it's so great. And then, like, but also there are some sucky things about going on Black Friday shopping. So, my family, we purchased a new TV. As you may have saw the boxes in the
I saw the box.
living room. We also got a new sound bar and a new DVD player because all of those things got fried when lightning struck the house a couple months back. Yes. So guess who literally got home and just had to spend the next 2 hours unboxing, setting up, and
your sister?
Yeah. She just put the baby down on the ground.
Take care of yourself.
Come on! You're 9 weeks old!
Come on!
Get up on your own 2 feet! Get a job!
Go up the stairs. Go make food.
Go cook food. And so I've been doing that. And then I had a brief moment to like set up the podcast stuff. And then I had to go downstairs and move a TV. And so I'm a little tired. And I screwed up so badly because I was there. I only purchased one gift I needed for everyone else. Only one out of like the 8 gifts I need to buy this year. No, 7 gifts. Yeah, 7 gifts. I've only bought one. And then I somehow only convinced my dad to get 2 things for me.
Oof.
I know.
So you lost this year.
Well, no, I didn't lose this year. Like, trust me, I'll still win in the end.
He'll still win in the end.
Because my dad, hopefully, my dad will get the hard drive I need. And then my mom will just go click.
What about are you getting an NVMe?
No.
Is your motherboard capable of that or no?
I haven't looked too deep into it. Currently, I'm just going with a SATA SSD.
2.5 inch.
Because my PC, they made it with a 2.5 inch SSD hard drive bay, but they also, because it was only 500 gigs, they already put a second bay in there for another 2.5 inch SSD, SATA SSD. So the next plan is at least a 1 terabyte SATA SSD. Hopefully more. But 1 terabyte SSD, and then if I fill that up, which I shouldn't, because like
you have 1.5.
Well, so think about it. 500 right now. I have GTA 5 installed, and I have about 40 gigs and change. Now, granted, as soon as I get 1,000, I'm downloading a couple other back catalog games back. But like, yeah, I'm just maybe then I'll look to see if I have an M.2 slot, an M.2 drive. Get some SATA, some NVMe SSD, but those get expensive. So
I looked; they actually don't.
Dude, once you get to the higher ones,
that's only like 2 terabyte, 3 terabytes. Like 1 terabytes are only about 130 to 170, which is really like cheap.
Yeah, but like,
it's the one I want to get.
Dude, it's funny because as time has gone forward, file sizes have gotten bigger, and like a terabyte used to be like this. A terabyte used to be sort of like infinity.
Yeah,
like it was like, what?
Used to be pretty big.
1,000 gigabytes? I could never fill up 1,000 gigabytes.
I need a pentabyte. A petabyte.
Like, yeah, petabyte. Yeah.
I say penta because it's 5. But,
5.
5 bytes. I need 5 bytes.
I need a pentabyte.
Kanan almost died again.
Dude, stop saying I almost died. I always am on
He's on the verge.
No, it's actually, so what's amusing is I set up the sound bar, the TV, DVD player, and I'm like, I need to test all of them. And I'm like, all right, TV, cable, is it working? Yes, it's working. And I'm like, Netflix streaming, because the TV's a smart TV.
Smart. Whoa.
Yeah, it's still an idiot, though.
Mm-hmm. Like printers.
Well, no, it's like, it's a smart TV. And then I'm like trying to type in my username for Netflix, and I'm like, you don't seem very smart. Because I go like, and then it goes,
you're like, throw the remote against the wall.
I'm like, you
shatters.
And so then I did that, and I'm like, all right, I need to test a movie. And I'm like, what movie do I test?
Lord of the Rings. I know what it is. I'm not acknowledging it. Lord of the Rings. Iron Giant. Kill I Kill.
Just like, step aside, family. I need to test the DVD player. Don't lose your way.
Yeah.
Is that like a half-naked 16-year-old?
17-year-old. It's canon. I will show you.
That doesn't make it better.
It's better than 16. It's better than 15.
Tell that to the judge.
It's illegal in Japan. It's okay.
Not legal here, though.
It's legal in Alabama. No. I don't know.
No?
16 is the age of consent in Georgia. But 18, is the legal overall.
Oh my gosh. So there was a... Oh my gosh. I can't remember all the details, but me and my small group of guys, a couple years back, we went to a restaurant, and we had this really cute server.
It's 14.
No.
Oh.
What? We were all 16 at the time. Actually, I was 17. Everyone else was pretty much 16. And we were all hanging out. And this girl, low-key, started hitting on a good friend of ours, Jacob Shelton.
Mm.
Gosh, there's something on my nose here. And it hurts. I was trying to touch it, but I'm going to touch it.
No, bad touch.
No,
bad touch.
So she she was talking to her whole group, and she's like, yeah. And she looks at Jacob and is like, how old are you, Jacob? And you go, well, how old are you? And he's like, I'm 16. She's like, dang it. It's like, she's like, call me when you're 18. Well, she says, oh, if only you were 18. And this guy at the other end of the table, who she's not even talking to, this guy, like, man bun goatee, like, he just goes, age of consent is 16. And he's like, no, I'm 16. It's just like,
he's just letting her know. You know, he's just informing her.
He just kept on saying it, and we were like, his name was Chris. And we're like, Chris, shut up, because she's trying to hit up Jacob, and he's like, actually, age of consent is 16. Just letting you know it's out there, and it was funny. And when you said that, I was like,
age of consent is 16.
Say that to your jailmate.
So yeah, she was 17.
Doesn't matter. Age of consent 16. It's just like,
yeah, exactly.
Dude, you are caught up with Rick and Morty?
Yes.
Dude, I really enjoyed last week's episode.
I'm trying to remember
the heist episode.
Oh,
that episode was so funny to me. Just like,
he's like, you son of a, I'm in.
I'm in. He did that to everyone.
Yeah.
He's like,
I need you to heist everything.
And he's like,
heist to heist con.
Heist. But like, oh my gosh, it's so, because apparently the reason why that episode exists is Dan Harmon, writer of Rick and Morty, one of the writers, he actually legit in real life hates heist films. And for the exact same reasons Rick does in the episode. And I like a good heist movie. I love a good heist movie, actually. And that's because, like, I like a heist. So, to explain what I mean by I like a heist movie,
yeah,
if I can watch it a second time and still like it, then I think it's good. Like, because if it's a plot twist and then I rewatch it a second time, I'm like, that doesn't make sense anymore. But if, like, everything, like, lines up after the plot twist, it's like, okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But dude, oh my gosh, it was just so funny. And the whole episode is a heist for Morty to not do the Netflix deal.
Yeah.
It's almost like someone drained his enthusiasm. Yeah! He's just sitting out.
He's like, oh, Morty, how'd it go? I don't want to talk about it.
With the shades and the lollipop. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, this episode's genius. It's hilarious.
It was a pretty good one.
It was hilarious. And then Elon Tusk.
Elon Tusk, that was pretty good.
Oh my gosh, it's like, we're like the same guy.
We're the same. Yeah, it's
like,
the same guy. Literally the same guy. Same personality.
It's like, we're the same. It's just I have tusks. Oh my gosh.
Why don't we go stand over here?
It's actually funny. Apparently, back in March, Elon changed his Twitter handle to Elon Tusk with an elephant. And I didn't know that until like someone pointed out. It's like, yeah, it's like
people thought it was for like a deal with other things. Like,
dude,
he's like, it's just for Rick and Morty.
Dude, that's hilarious that it's because of just like they heist. What do? They heist. They hire. He hires a team.
Yes.
To help him get into HeistCon.
Yes. And then
but that team was hired by the other dude to steal the little crystal skull.
Yes.
But Rick knew that, and he built a robot to tell them.
Has a heist.
Well, it was telling him to pick the ones that would most likely backstab him. And then he hypnotizes them and just takes the skull. Oh, it's so funny because eventually there's the point at the end. I programmed you to.
Yeah, I programmed you to program that you think that I'm thinking that.
It's like,
and
I programmed you to think that. I knew you would think that. I knew you would think that. It's like,
because I programmed you to think that.
And it was just, oh my god.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Dude, and also that great thing, it's like, well, good thing I also programmed you to explode after 7 after 7 plot reveals, and just he explodes. And I'm like, ugh. But then that was not a heist bot. That was random. It's like, I actually knew that, so I switched the labels on the computer.
And it zooms in on his
It's like, I programmed this robot based off 2 heist movies I pretended to watch.
While asleep.
Yeah, I fell asleep. Yeah, 2 heist movies I slept through.
When does Rick and Morty even come out? What day of the week?
Sunday. Sundays at 11:30.
Okay, because South Park normally comes out on Wednesdays.
Yeah, no, Sundays at 11:30 on Adult Swim. And it's so... I actually, so far... I've liked every episode this season.
Yeah, there hasn't been a...
There hasn't been a that episode in season 3 with the arm in the desert.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
That episode, or the Vindicators episode, which was like fine, but like
the Vindicator. Yeah, I mean, I think those are just fillers.
Dude, but nothing will ever beat A Million Ants. Man, it's like
A Million Ants. Wow, guy, A Million Ants. The alligator, or crocodile.
He's like,
what was his name?
It's like
Crocbot.
Yeah, it's like Crocbot.
Oh wow, 50% crocodile, 50% bot. Wow.
And then Ghost Train.
Yeah, he's like, you're a ghost with a train.
No,
isn't that right?
I think he's real, but his train's a ghost.
Yeah,
dude. Oh my gosh, that episode was pretty good too. It's like,
who's the guy he liked though? The guy who mopped everything.
Mr. Noob Noob. I have a Funko Pop of him.
Noob.
He's right over. He should be up there.
Let's see here.
Rick and Morty. He's not gonna be on the bottom level. He should be on the. He should be out there.
Well, it appears he is not.
I have a Noob Noob, and there's no way I lost him.
It might be up here.
Oh wait, maybe my Rick and Morty pops are up there somewhere.
That's not behind me.
There he is. Noob Noob.
Hey, Noob Noob.
Noob Noob.
You want to develop an app?
Oh my. You want to develop an app?
No, thank you.
It's like, no, Jerry starts developing. It's like, what? It's like rules are meant to be broken, not when it's tattooed on an alien's head.
Well, I think the best was right before the episode started, where he's like thinking you can trick me, and it's like silent for like 3 seconds, and he's like, 50-50.
Yes, it's like
50-50 final offer.
Like 50-50 final offer. And then what was it called? Like that
was a terrible name.
It was like,
I don't remember.
Dude, it was something so stupid. And he's like,
what idiot made this app?
Dude, also, it was so great. It's like, oh, and it's like this, like, yeah, I'm their hostage. Like, do they have weapons? Well, no, but neither do I. It's like, oh, well, It's like, take the app down. It's like, that's not how apps work. And it's like, and I'm an intern. It's like, who tells interns what to do? Not you. That's for sure. That's Taika Waititi is Gluty. So I bought that pop back in the summer when it was in summer exclusive, and I was so scared I wasn't gonna like the episode he was in. So I would have felt like I wasted my time on that pop. But then I actually really liked that episode. Good. And I liked Gluty, and I was like, oh, that makes me so happy.
Only 2 more episodes now, right?
I know. The episodes' names are... the next one's like a special victims unit on Rick and Morty episodes.
I wonder if they're going to develop the story further, or if there's just going to be another season 1.
I don't know. I feel like we have to. They've already been building up things. Like, there's been storm. Every episode has had a storm cloud at the end of it.
I haven't noticed.
So, like, well, I don't think the first one does, but the second one for sure, after he poops on the toilet and he sits there's like a storm cloud off in the distance. And the end credit scene for the third episode,
I forgot there's end credit scenes.
Yeah, end credit scenes, basically what it is, just since you haven't seen it, Rick and Morty Rick and Mr. Poopy Butthole are chilling up on a roof, like on the roof of the house, and off in the distance there's a huge storm cloud coming in. Like, right over the house, and Mr. Poopy Butthole's like, so, it's actually pretty funny, because, you basically find out that Rick planted all those karate kids into Mr. Poopy Butthole's class, like, so they would fight him, and stuff like that, and it was actually pretty funny, and then, you find out Rick and, Mr. Poopy Butthole got fired.
Aww.
But the next episode of Rick and Morty, that is not this Sunday but next Sunday, because this Sunday of course they don't air it, it's called Claw and Hoarder Special Rickdoms Morty.
That's gonna be a good one.
And then the last one, episode 5, is called Rattlestar Rick Lactica. So a Battlestar Galactica ripoff.
There'll probably just be something at the very end of that one.
Dude, who knows? Who knows? We've had Evil Morty.
He came out of nowhere. But
at the end of season 3, episode 1, and then we see him again in that season, right?
We see him take over the Citadel.
Yeah, in the very first episode.
After that, there's no mention of him.
Well, that's right, because the last episode is with the president and stuff like that.
Yeah, he becomes president of the Citadel, and then all the Mortys are like, yeah.
Well, no, I'm talking about the actual president, like where Rick gets in trouble with the actual president, and he decides like to give up, like
Obama.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Gosh.
Let's see.
What?
I'm just seeing. I'm trying to like think of filler, and then I'm trying to look at the time too. I'm trying to think of like filler if we need to do filler.
I mean, we can continue on for a bit. Anything you want to talk about? Because I'm a little tired.
I'm tired too, I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah, you guys should come watch me stream.
Are you streaming again?
Once I get my PC, I'll start streaming.
When are you getting that PC?
So the thing is,
because I've heard like 10 different dates from you in the last week.
It's still more than likely going to be after Christmas.
After Christmas.
More than likely. That's 100% what's going to have to happen. But I was able to drop the price down from $1,500 to $1,300.
Yes.
And then Price Master is going to drop that down to $1,240. Oh my gosh. I hope the mics could pick that up. Last time that happened, they didn't. That one's kind of loud, so hopefully it does. But
not only loud.
Oh no, the fan. Oh no.
I may need to change my pants after that one.
Bravo 6 going dark.
Bravo 6 going dark.
But yeah, $1,300. That's gonna have a Ryzen 7 370X.
Overkill.
No, dude, it's gonna be for streaming. That's the main reason.
Dude, but
that's because it has 8 cores, multi-thread.
Still overkill.
I don't think so.
You're using a sledgehammer to nail together a birdhouse.
If the shoe fits. It's the boot. If the boot fits.
Dude, it's funny because I was thinking about it and you were like talking about this and I'm like, even though it makes more sense than your original, I'm like, dude, that's still Such overkill.
Oh, I would love a Ryzen 930, 950 hooks.
But they're sold out everywhere.
Yes. They're sold out everywhere. Sold out within minutes.
Well, yeah, that's because it's a baller processor for a really good price.
It's insane. Anyways.
Dude, but I'm sitting there and I think about it, I'm like, dude, that's so overkill. It's like, dude, Daniel's PC can run games pretty well.
He's an i3
in a 1040 or something like that.
I'm sorry, but I don't care even if it was a budget. An i3, even if you got a high-end i3, like an i3.
Dude, it was. Do you know how cheap his build was?
No, how
cheap?
How cheap was it?
I don't know.
No.
I'm just assuming since it's an i3.
An i3 and a 1040?
No, 1040, 1050.
It might be a 1050.
Yeah, I know he's not in the 60-70 range.
So 1050 with an i3, 8
gigs of RAM,
and then a terabyte of HDD probably.
Dude, that's
probably $600.
That's a budget build, my dude.
That's a pretty big budget build. But yes, my graphics card, I'm going all red, like I said. Yeah, so I've done a lot of research.
That's the part I don't understand.
I've done a lot of research.
Yes.
And that's why I switched. That's why I switched from a RTX 270 Super to a... I don't even know the first name. I think it's just
Radeon.
Is it just Radeon?
I think it is.
I think it is too. Radeon 5700 XT, which is $100 cheaper than a 2070 Super. The Micro Center has it for $140 cheaper. The one I want to get. The one I'm getting is the gigabyte one, which after research is the best overall.
Okay.
The best cooling one is the Sapphire one.
Ooh.
But yeah, I know.
Your PC is gonna be a bonfire.
No, this one has good cooling too. I will probably have to buy a better CPU cooler, heatsink, and all that good old stuff. But
good old heatsink and fans.
I'll probably
get some Noctua fans, my dude.
Well, the thing is, what I'm thinking is, and then the case I'll still have to look about, but I want airflow because I mean, with the typical airflow coming in from the front of the case, and then air being sucked out from the top and from the back, and possibly from the sides if possible.
Yeah,
but
it was something that was kind of interesting. Is Linus Tech Tips did this video a while ago, and I actually don't remember the outcome of it. But they did a video where they took 3 PC cases. They had one fan that was just intake. It just sucked air in. Okay? They did another one that just blew air out.
Which I think that might be more effective.
And then they did one that sucks air in and blows it out.
Yeah.
And they put all 3 of them in the back of their warehouse and kept them running for a year.
Oh.
And I don't remember what the outcome was. I really wish I did. I think I remember being surprised. So it might not be as bad as Yeah, I'll have to double check.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny cuz they did like when they built their new sets, like their house set and their kitchen set, they did like a tour of the office, and he was going behind the sets, and it's like, these are our PCs from our fan thing. It's like that video coming soon, and I'm like, dude, just imagine leaving a PC on in the back of a dusty warehouse
for a year.
It's
just sitting idle.
Well,
existence is pain.
It may have not been a full year, but it was a long time.
Oh man, that sucks.
It was a couple months at least.
Just imagine sitting there doing nothing. No programs running. Nothing getting executed.
Just sucking air.
Just sucking in air. I'm surprised none of the fans just kapooped.
Well, the fans are supposed to last a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And think about it.
If it's idle though.
Well, think about this. So the fans are running.
Right.
If you clock in 1,000 hours into a game.
Right.
How long is that? I'm pulling it up.
I'm gonna do some quick math and just say it's 30. No, it's more than 30 days. I'm gonna say 2 months.
It's 41 days.
Oh, almost.
So if you put 1,000 hours into a game, which people have without changing their fans, that's a month.
Yes.
And I mean, fans aren't something you usually think about replacing all the time.
No, I wonder. I mean, you can replace it, but I wonder how easy it is. Besides the front ones, like
Well,
the
no.
back
Fans are easy to replace.
Yeah, I mean, you just screw them in.
You screw the old ones out, screw the new ones in, plug them into the motherboard,
Easy, dude.
and you got fans.
Has to be RGB though.
Dude, RGB is really cool, but also like
Oh, I love it. I hate it and I love it.
disgusting.
It has to be right. You have to do because I want to get a white case, so I'm getting a white case.
See, I had the option to get this case in white.
Oh, you should have.
I knew it would have gotten dirty. I
Would've been
love
very
white.
beautiful.
I love white as a color aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like, for example, as you can see, my shelves are white.
Yeah.
But as you also notice, underneath the shelves, just goes bad and rots. Like, look, if you look up by the brackets, there's little brown spots, and that's just nothing's touched those. It's just that just happens. So like, I like black for PC, well, for technology based, because you can hide the ugly.
Yeah. Right.
So like this case, like right now it's not too bad, but like when this case gets dusty, you're not going to be able to tell. But a white case, it'd be like,
Oh, yeah, white case you'll be able to see 100%.
dude, it would be like, oh my gosh, it's like that case is white. it's more like a beige now.
Yeah.
And like I know, like I just personally don't want to have to deal with that, and also I want to keep this tower as long as I can.
Yeah. I mean,
So like
probably.
so that's why it's black. That's why, because like if I got the white one, it would have just been like, it's like, oh, I'm dirty now. It's like, thanks old friend, thanks for the help.
Good luck, buddy.
Gosh, what was I thinking of? I was thinking I meant to tell you this last time we were talking about Linus Tech Tips a while back.
Linus?
Do you want to know what the weirdest and craziest thing I've ever seen him do on his channel?
Trying to think of anything I've seen. I think the craziest thing I've seen him show his underwear. No, I've seen him naked. He did a video when he was naked.
I think
He
I
was
remember that.
he was in bed and then he pulled the sheets
Yeah.
off and he was naked. And I was like, Linus,
Dude, he was.
What are
he
you
was
doing?
Definitely wearing underwear, and they just used
Yeah.
a beige blur. But what was so funny? The craziest thing he's ever did is before they moved into their warehouse, like studio where they're at now. They used to work out of Linus's old house.
Yeah.
He did something called full room water cooling.
Interesting.
What it was is, I think it was 6 editors' PCs hooked up to one water cooling loop.
Interesting. I like it.
No,
I
it was
like it.
horrible. It gunked up and it was so bad.
I like it.
But basically how it worked, this is legit how it worked.
Yeah.
Each PC was up against the wall. There's copper tubing going up, and there was a huge copper thing that went around the entire room.
Yeah.
It went through the sink into a bathroom that was connected to the room.
Okay.
And in the tub they had a giant reservoir
Yeah.
where the water would go in and out. And then outside they had this huge radiator, essentially. They made a giant radiator, and they just put like 16 fans on each side of it, and just plugged it in. It's just outside and just woo, just like a ton of fans. And he did that, and it worked. But like a couple months in, their reservoir went bad and it gunked up, and all the
Yeah,
PCs
you had to clean it up.
they had to clean it out fresh. And then when they moved to the new place, like everyone was asking, "Are you going to do full room water cooling again?" And he goes, "No." He's like,
Never again.
he says that was so much work and it was like barely effective. It's like,
If I had the choice and it was done for me, I might do water cooling.
dude, the only reason why I wouldn't, if I had more money, I'd probably do water cooling. The only reason why I wouldn't is because water cooling, just no matter who does it, professional or noob, has a chance to leak.
Yeah.
And let's just say a PC is not designed to have.
If you use mineral water, I'd feel safer because that can't short out circuits. But
Can it not?
there's certain water that can't. Like they make water that can't short stuff out. No, that's what people do.
Well,
There's
but
been
here's the
videos.
thing. Isn't anything besides pure water very bad for a water loop? Like, doesn't
can-
mineral water get gunky after a certain point?
There's
Like that's what I'm.
yeah,
curious.
that's
Because I know like people dye the water, but
Yeah,
like
dye the
even
water.
that's not super great for
no,
it.
you have to clean it out after
Yeah.
a while.
And then there was that, what was that? The Coke cooled PC that you showed me. I'm like, dude, that is
great. I love it.
You were like, that's amazing. I'm like, dude, that is
I
the
love it.
worst thing I've ever seen.
I love it. I love his confidence. I love his confidence.
Confidence. His PC's gonna last 2 weeks. Because Coke gets sticky and dries out.
And it's probably getting heated up by that processor,
Yeah,
which is
dude.
like 100 and something degrees.
Yeah, PC CPUs run like close to 100 degrees on the average. It's just like, dude, that's so
More than 100 degrees.
Well,
It's like,
no,
it's,
yeah.
like
It depends.
150.
Idle versus it's funny. So my computer has software to tell me the temperatures and
Yeah.
stuff, and I have it set to Celsius just so I don't freak out.
Yeah, when I first...
Because Celsius,
yeah.
it's like, you're at 60 degrees Celsius. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
And then like,
You can cook eggs on it.
and then I remember I was like, let me switch it to Fahrenheit, and it's like, oh god,
Yeah, it's
this is a burning hell that you have.
it's pretty scary
It's
to think that stuff gets that hot.
Hold on, I'll boot it up and show you.
Talking about heat, yeah, the GPU.
Turn on that screen for me.
Oh, I thought that was this one.
Yeah, the remote right in front of you. Ooh,
Oh my god.
that's the closest I've come to death.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, the GPU is it runs hotter than a 270. It runs around average 65 to 70 degrees Celsius,
Mm-hmm.
which is fine. But it does run hotter.
Oh, it's my Discord.
But other than that, yeah, I think it's good. I'm getting 32 gigs of RAM.
Okay.
I'm going
That doesn't like when you told me that one, I was like, that makes that's sensible.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna downgrade my motherboard again because I did it once and I made $100 cheaper. I think I'm gonna do it again and make it almost.
Make sure you can still use your processor, my dude.
I'll be able to. It has a like AM4,
All right.
but
Okay, yeah. Like this. We're at
86
idle
degrees.
and it's like 86 degrees.
Like, oh!
Oh, 104, 10. Yeah, there we go. There
it's
we
very
go.
spooky, dude.
It's scary. It's just like, I remember I switched it. I'm like, I don't like the way that looks. So I put it back to Celsius. Oh, not support. Get out of
Oh,
here.
at idle, you are using 26% RAM.
Yeah. How much RAM are you using?
Idle? I think I almost used 2 gigs.
Which is like,
2, 4, 6, 8, a fourth of my gigs. So,
I don't trust this
mhm.
because I don't know what's. Hold on, let me pull up Task Manager.
I don't know how much is good for idle after you've owned a computer. I know if you just boot a computer up from straight nothing, it should be less than 1. But
Yeah, what's going on here?
you have a lot of things open.
Yeah,
Get rid of all the NVIDIA stuff, man. Look at all that.
I see that. I'll
Gaming
deal with that later.
hotkey.
I'll deal with that later. I'm gonna see.
Nah.
It's like end task. Yay.
So this has been the Scatterpot podcast.
No, hold on. One thing I want to talk about before we close is Pokemon Sword.
Oh.
I have officially captured every Pokemon I can without trading. Every single one, even ones that technically you're supposed to trade to evolve, I kept using them. Is my phone not silenced?
Your phone's not silent. It's okay.
I've been seeing like the messages pop up, and I thought I heard it once, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
But no, I officially have every Pokemon I can catch without catching. Like even like for example, Rhydon, which you have to trade with a particular item to get Rhyperior. I found a max raid battle with Rhyperior in it, like in my own game. So like, that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to find. I'm at the point where legit all the Pokemon I'm missing are the starters, the other 2 starters and their evolutions, which I'm about to start a second playthrough on my Switch
Right.
to get a score bunny. And then I'm going to breed that score bunny to make 2 little score bunnies.
Breed.
Yeah, dude, I'm going to breed, make 2 little score bunnies. And next time I'm with Sam, I'm going to give Sam both score bunnies. And then I'm going to go back to my main account. He's going to give me one of the score bunnies. So then he has a score bunny.
Oh.
And I have a score bunny. And then I'll trade him my baby Sobble I just traded. And then he's going to breed his Rillaboom so he can give me Grookey. So like, dude, I'm like so close, and I'm just I played so much, and like I'm gonna officially. All right, so I was thinking about this. What Pokemon was gonna be the biggest pain in my butt to get? Which Pokemon?
Pikachu.
No.
Man. Probably the legendary ones, right? The sword.
No, actually, after beating the story, like you just, like, I mean, that's just you're just beating the game.
Right.
You beat the story, you do a couple extra things, and then it's like here, and then of course, you get a Master Ball before you take on the box legendary, and it's like, hey, here's the Master Ball.
You gotta use it.
I recommend you use it. I mean, you can catch them in other things, but it'd be really dumb to do it.
I have 999 Pokeballs. I will catch you.
I will catch you. But no, the hardest Pokemon to catch, and it wasn't even catching him, it was finding him, was Feebas. Which evolves into Milotic, if you remember him. Hold on, I'll pull up I actually can't type Feebas, but like, if I actually watch this, I'm gonna do this wholly with a mouse. If I go to history and pull up oh wait, not that one. That's how you trade and evolve Carablast. I can't read that far because that TV also has like crappy image quality. So I'm like, is this Cerebi.net? Yeah, this is Cerebi.net. Yeah, this is my best friend when I was doing this. You can like has every Pokemon, and like for example, I can click on any Pokemon. Like let's say Choodle. It shows you like shiny forms and stuff like that. You can look up, and like if I click details over here,
it tells you
these are all its spawn, what weather it needs to be, and its percentages.
Oh my gosh!
Like they give you all the details you need.
Golly.
And so I use this a lot. And first off, Sword and Shield are really fun games. Here's the thing. Even though I filled out this Pokédex entirely for the most part, I am so not tired of the game. There's only this one Pokemon I'm pulling up is the one that I was like, okay, you can stop now. Like this is the only one. Hold on, it's like I don't want to scroll too fast because I know I'll pass it. Oh, there it is. Feebas. You remember this derpy?
Golly.
This ugly thing. That. So Feebas. Also, I found a Milotic easier than I found the Feebas. But I needed Feebas because I looked for the Feebas before I found the Milotic. And if I found the Milotic and I knew about it, I would have just breeded the Milotic to get the Feebas. But you know, all right. So he's in one spot, Route 2 in the lakeside.
1%.
Fishing, 1%. And fishing is the longest respawn rate thing because this is what it is. You cast your line, you sit there, and randomly, this is random how much time passes. Boonk! And then you pull them in, and then it does the whole animation of like, through the grass, and then it's just like, you found a Magikarp, and it's just like, and then you cancel, and you have to sit there and wait about 3 seconds before the fishing area regenerates a Pokemon. So you're just like, right. So it takes you about like 25 to 30. It takes you half a minute to go through these Pokemon instead of doing what, just run around the grass until you find an exclamation mark. It's like, there you are. Or like I actually started counting them. It took me 185 fishing attempts.
So that's more than
1%.
1%.
Yeah, I actually pulled up like a website that was a ticker, like a counter, and I just went like 1, 2, 3, 4, and I just was marking it. And I was watching some streams, watching some YouTube, watching some Disney Plus. While I was just sitting here, just like in the room in the dark, and I was just like
Losing your will to live.
And I'm like, and I was sitting there, and I did it for like about 2 hours almost, and I was just like, and then I saw the feed pass, and I was like, oh yes, yes, and then I just like, and then I was afraid, I like, dude, I was afraid I wasn't gonna catch him, and I was afraid, like, I didn't even attempt to hit him. I was just like, throw Pokeballs at him until it catches. And then I caught him, and I was like, oh, thank you, and I turned off, and I just rolled. Because it was about 4 a.m. By the time I finished catching him, I was like, oh my gosh, holy crap. So, speaking of taking a really long time, what's the fun fact of the day, Huber?
The longest poop in human history.
I know this one.
It wasn't it 14 feet? I believe it's 14 feet.
It's like 20-something feet.
Was it? Oh, no, yeah, it was 22 feet.
Longest poop ever.
I want y'all to imagine 22 feet, right?
26.
Okay, so
feet.
26 feet. So there's 12 inches in a foot, right? Let's imagine you take.
You can see photos of the poop here.
I don't want to right now. Just imagine, guys, 26 feet worth of feces. It had to wrap around the bowl, fellas. Think about
Dude, that's not wrapping. Dude, that's your
No.
dude, that doesn't fit in a bowl. What bowl?
It has to go down, and then like ice cream, it goes all around the bowl.
Dude, that's like no,
Like,
that
it fills the bowl. Like
it fills the bowl. He stands up. He starts walking out.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, is it? I gotta wonder. Is it the longest poop, like that's connected,
come on.
or what? Because
The longest human poop ever recorded will not only mystify and amaze you, but it'll probably scare the crap out of you.
yeah,
No pun intended. Especially when you read this record, how this record was achieved. All I can say is, wow, it's not the best conversation starter in the world. Neither is this. But do you?
You won't develop that.
No, it will leave you speechless. Hold on, I can imagine. All right, setting the longest poop. Before we go any further, I would strongly advise readers from even thinking to try to emulate to beat this crazy record. Clearly, the methods used and the lengths of time it took to set this record pose serious health risks.
I would imagine.
The poor unfortunate woman
Oh my god.
who as yet remains unnamed was from Ann Arbor. She was working in conjunction with a nutritionist from the University of Michigan who placed her on a high fiber diet. But that wasn't all the nutritionist gave her. The woman was fitted with a butt plug to keep everything in place and brewing until the big moment arrived. Holy, this was planned. She was literally full of it. After what
Bro, she must have felt so good when she grabbed.
what would have been an agonizing week-long process, the big event finally arrived.
A week long.
The event had to take place at Cranbrook Kingswood High School bowling alley. Boom. Wait,
This take place at a high school bowling alley?
Listen to this address in its entirety. Cranbrook Kingswood High School bowling alley, Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, because it was the only surface long enough to record the result. Once it was done, she probably pooped down the alley, my dude.
They rolled it into the bowling pins. Yeah.
Imagining a woman squatting over a lane, just like.
It slides down because it's like slick, so it's like.
Oh my god!
No,
I'm imagining her spread eagle, like with her feet in the gutters, walking across, just crapping a line.
You know, she goes down when she gets down to the end of the alley. She has to switch over to the next alley and go like a snake.
Dude, they probably started her from like the shoe rental place. 26 feet's a long.
Yeah,
that's 4 me tall, and then 2 extra feet.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see.
That must have sucked.
Because it was the only surface long enough to record the result. Once it was done, she had set the record for the longest human poop ever at 7.92 meters or 26 feet, which was the length of the entire colon. Literally, that's as much as you're humanly able to poop.
F in the chat. That must have sucked.
Clearly, some people will still be doubting this to be remotely possible. Hold on, I want to see if there is.
How did this stuff not break up? Was she constipated? Or did it just come out?
I don't
There's
know.
so many questions.
Also, the
Man,
picture of the poop.
I don't want to see it.
No, it's
No.
it's Hank. It's the poop from South Park.
Oh, Hanky the
Yeah,
Hank. Not Hanky.
No.
Hanky.
What's his name?
There's something else too.
The poop.
Yeah.
Yeah. South Park poop character.
Yeah. He got kicked out of South Park.
So did the chef.
And
Well, the chef got kicked off. South Park poop character. His name is Mr. Hanky the Christmas Poo.
yes.
Yeah, it was Mr. Hanky the Christmas Poo.
Santa came and then he's like, "Where's Hanky?"
I want to know the pictures of the actual poop.
Nah, dude. Legally, they can't take pictures of it.
Oh my gosh.
It's indecent.
26 feet!
Imagine that.
20. This wall is about 12 feet long. So imagine this wall twice. And then again, another 2 feet on top of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I guess we have to leave the episode off there.
Remember, folks.
Remember, folks.
Don't go on a pure fiber diet.
Yeah,
with
don't go on a
nutritious-
pure fiber diet with the butt.
with the butt plug. Yeah.
Oh, I thought potentially this was just like a dude just like was
my
constipated.
stomach.
Yeah, constipated for like a long time and then just. But it's a woman who did it for science. That woman, where's her Nobel Peace Prize?
Yeah, she's earned my respect.
That's the length of the colon. You can't poop anymore.
She could try.
Like, I'm trying to think. How did that have to feel?
Well, she probably felt like bloated, and then she probably felt heavier, and she probably felt crappy. But
Like,
she
there's-
probably just didn't feel good the whole week.
And then like, do you have to constantly, like, dude, that has to be like childbirth.
It probably felt amazing
Dude,
if it came out
no,
good.
afterwards, but when you
Oh,
have
yeah,
a
it must
long
be-
poop where you just have to,
You're like, oh,
and you're just like, and you just have to keep on pushing, and you're just tired, and you're sweating. You take off your
the
shirt.
poop sweats.
You take off your shirt to dab your forehead.
The poop sweats have gotten everybody at least
Dude.
once.
Like, oh my gosh. And then you've got to assume that wasn't a smooth poop. There was
Probably
there was
not.
definitely some clunked bits, if you know, those poops where you have to like push with every fiber of your being and you don't think you're gonna make it. And then you make it through. But you gotta feel like after like 10 feet you're just going for the ride.
Yeah, you're just like,
Like you're just like and you're like, oh, this is painful. Then after 10 feet you're just walking. You're just
have you seen this? South Park has a thing with that. It's Tom Brady and Ike, if you know who that is.
yeah, I know who Ike is.
So they switch pills. One steroids for Tom Brady, but it's Ike has it, and then Ike had like laxatives,
Okay.
and Tom Brady's been taking the laxatives, and it's the funniest thing. He goes, "Sad." he gets the ball. He goes, "Sad." Hi, hi, and
Yeah,
his
I have
face-
seen that.
hi.
I know exactly what you're talking
His
about.
pants start filling up, and he's like, he goes,
Dude, I bet you, like, dude, if I was this woman who's unnamed, wait, I'm thankful she's unnamed, because, dude, just, if I, after pooping that much, I would be like, I'm fine, just fly away.
she could have used her poop to fly away, man.
No, dude, like, if I released that much, I would be like, I am infinitely lighter, I can travel at the speed of sound.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, that's... Just go back and think about that. 24!
Yes, I guess that's...
No, 26 feet.
Yeah, so go ahead and, fellow viewers and listeners, go
When
ahead
you
and,
sit around the campfire
yes,
this Christmas with your family,
make sure you line your crap up together.
make sure that you all gather around and remove the butt plug
Yes.
together, and then you go to the local Stars and Strike bowling alley.
Yes, and you poop into the fire. It's fuel.
You
It's
go up
all
to the
natural
roof,
fuel.
Go up to the roof, pop a squat over the chimney.
Gravity will do the rest.
Just let gravity do the rest. When you're around your family, remember, it's not the size of the
I would
poop.
actually love to see that.
It's not the size of the poop. It's the heart. It's the anus inside.
I've been David.
I don't want to say who I've been.
And that's been Kanan. And this has been the Scatterpot Podcast. Thanks for listening.
Bye.